All right, War Robots fans, this is Bagofsoup coming at you. It's February 25th, 2017. This is the 2.7 test server. We're not testing out the new dashbot or the new moon map or anything like that. We are checking out the league system that should be in the next game update any time now this week for Apple users. Um, so we are giving that a run through, but it's going to be a little different on the live server. And also, the big deal this time is that we are testing out some new weapon animation, which has been pretty interesting. So we're going to jump into a match. What I've done is I've just outfitted for fun some jumping bots. Call it Jumping Bot Madness. Got some Rogs here, medium jumping bot, and some Griffins. And I've just set them up for all close range fighting, just for fun. And we're going to jump in and test out some of these weapons and see how it goes here. And if you like the video, please click like for us. And if you have any comments or questions or requests, anything you want me to run this weekend, any bots or setups, please put that in the comment section below. I'd also like to hear what you think about the new animation on the weapons. Kind of get your take on it. We're dropping into the new spawn point on Shenzhen. Instead of dropping on the opposite corners, we're dropping right near um, the beacon on one side. And what that does is it makes before you would drop in between two of your home beacons, and so those were pretty easy to hold on to. And most of the fighting was just focused on center beacon. So there was a lot of sniping across the way there, which got a little tedious. And what has happened now is when you start near one beacon, it leaves these side beacons completely unprotected. And it causes a lot more fighting on the sides in addition to the center square. So it makes the matches a lot more dynamic and exciting that way, and more open than just sniping across the center. So anyway, it's been a neat change. I like it. The one drawback, at least, is that you could get sniped right when you spawn in, and that can be an issue. So that's one thing to think about. But otherwise, I think it's worth it just to open up the matches a little different. So you can see the new animation on the Terrans there for the Rog. I'm not really enjoying this Rog Terran setup just because I feel like he's not very powerful with just two guns. He's got speed to get out of situations a lot of times. But if you're facing a shield bot or something else, there's not much you're going to be able to do against him. Whereas if you're in a Griffin or something else, you'd have some more power that you could use. We'll try and hang back here. I feel much more comfortable in the Rog Orkin instead, just because any shield bot I run into, I can take out pretty easily with the Orkin fire there. Let's stay back a little bit and see if we can protect these guys. I think this is a great platform for the Orkins because he's so maneuverable, the Rog, with the jump and the speed. I can outmaneuver Galahads, I can outmaneuver Lances and Rhinos, outjump Griffins, so this has been a really neat setup. In the lower levels, I always liked the Terrans better. But look, I can flank behind this guy before he even notices. He's got his back to me, and by the time he turns around, I can already be gone. So I'm definitely considering the Rog Orkins more than I ever thought I would have. So that's been a neat development. Alright, so we got a Galahad coming this direction. I think he just has Orkins, maybe Aphids. We'll see what he fires. Yeah, he's got Aphids, but we've got the jump. Did you see the Aphid curve there? We'll see if we can just whittle into this guy's shield to help other guys take him out. We had a lot of concentrated fire on that guy. And here's a pattern that doesn't expect anybody to come his direction, but we got that quick jump. Yeah, once again, I am really impressed with the Orkin Rog here. Far more than I thought I would. So I may consider leveling up my Rog and giving it a try as a beacon runner and knife fighter, especially in close range maps. Now this guy's watching for me. What we could do is do a little corner shooting on him. That's another thing a Rog is great at. So we were able to take out that guy without really taking a lot of fire. Now we're about to get surrounded here by a Plasma Griffin. Let's jump out of here and see if we can do any damage to anybody else. I know that Griffin's firing at me, but I'd love to take out somebody else with him before we lose the opportunity. But we did great. We did great with the Rog Orkins there. That was nice. So once again, I'm curious to hear what you think about the weapon animation as you're starting to see the Thunders, Orkins, the Zeuses, and other weapons firing. Here's, of course, our Pinatas and Orkins there. They look definitely a lot bigger and more cartoonish. And only time will tell if it's an improvement on seeing what actually hits your bot or not. See if we can take this guy out. I'm a big fan of the Death Button Griffin for sure. He can just dish out a ton of damage. So we are down on beacons. We're definitely going to have to catch up on that. But I'm watching for that Zeus bot over there. Fury Zeus. He is distracted. So that's nice. Let's see if we can jump towards center. I'm saving my jump because of this pattern here. But we'll go ahead and use our jump to jump into him and take out the aphid pattern. I know I'm going to get hit, but I just wanted to take that guy out for fun just because he's, he's an aphid guy. Okay, we're going to definitely stay back from the Lancelot that's firing into us. See if we can work on this other guy instead. And now let's go ahead and test out our Plasma Griffin here for fun. And see what we can do with it. This is our jumping madness here. And while this Lancelot is focused on the other guys, we'll just be shooting into him and seeing if we can do any damage to him as he starts to turn sideways. Looks like we're doing a pretty good job against him here. You can see the new animation for Plasma there, the Terrans and the Magnums. Ooh, wow. Jumped right into that. Let's hope he stays focused on the Regen and not us. But he saw that he couldn't break that guy's shield, and we're just a sitting duck target here. So we're going to try and get out of here while his guns are reloading. Alright, let's use some corner shooting on him since we made it to cover. He's turned sideways, so this is a perfect chance to hit him, and then he turned back. Alright, well these guys look like they're about to lose, so we're going to just hang tight here. But I hope this has been a good look for you at the not only the jumping madness of the Rog and the Griffins, but also the new animation on the Orkins, the Pinatas, the Terrans, and Magnums. Man, I'm getting rushed here. And I think I only have one bot left. We'll see here. But we did take out a number of bots, even with that Plasma Griffin. I got one bot left. We're going to just save it wisely, even though the match is just about over. Let's test out our Orkins here. Or Aphids, actually. We're able, you can tell they're flying low, their trajectory, but we're able to jump at least and fire them over the building, which was nice. And since we're about to win anyway, I might as well try to get some last second damage in. Yeah, if you saw the Aphid animation, that was different. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the changes there. Wow, that was a pretty good match. I'm going to take a screenshot if you see a flashing light there. Pretty good score there. And that was just with some jumping bots, some Rogs and Griffins, unshielded and close range fighters as well. So I was surprised with the Rog, playing it at higher levels. The speed and the jump was great. The Terrans were okay, but I don't want to get caught up against a shield bot and can't get out of there because I'm unshielded. Not a big fan of plasma on unshielded bots at higher levels. I'd rather use a Gareth or a Galahad or a Lancelot, even a Rhino for that. But the Rog Orkins was fantastic. I may seriously consider checking that out on the live server as I level my other one up. The Griffins were doing well, and those were just some of the more popular setups on it, of course. And we'll take a look at those before we finish up here. But yeah, we just had some jumping bot madness there. At the very end of that last match, we got to test out the aphids again. They've been flying real low on the test server. So if you're on Yamantau, you're trying to hit over center beacon, they're not really clearing. On power plant earlier, they weren't even clearing a one-story building or a half-story building there. So that's something that we'll have to watch carefully. But the animation's been real interesting. It's kind of hard to tell when people are hitting you compared to the old animation. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on the ROG for higher level use, especially the ROG Orkins, and what your favorite setups are on the ROG or the Griffin. I'd also like to hear your thoughts on the new spawn point on Shenzhen that we just tested out, and if you think that opens up the map a little more than the old one, or if you think that we'll get sniped or hit right at spawn point because of where they're at now. Also, to get your thoughts on the new weapon animation, what you think about it, if you think it's worth it. That's it. I hope if you like the video, you'll click like and share that video around. If you have any comments or questions or requests for this weekend's test server, you can leave that below in the comment section. And if you like the video or the channel, please hit subscribe to the channel, and we'll have a bunch of new videos this week testing out all sorts of different things on the test server. That's it. This is Bagofsoup coming at you, and I hope you have a great War Robots day.